Debbie Flitman, and I live on Lindsay Lane in Cranston. And last time you cut me off, you know, I came up here and I said I was speaking for myself as a resident, and I was speaking also on behalf of the ACLU, and I wasn't given the allotted time for each presentation. So with that said, I just wanted to ask, because at the last meeting, I mean, I see you take minutes, but Councilman Stikos requested the number of miles of roadway that this ordinance would cover. And in the new proposal, I don't see that that is listed. The chair said that the administrator will have it for him. Maybe he got it, maybe he, okay, he says he didn't get it, I don't. I'm not in his district, I'm not one of his posse. I'm also pretty sure that Councilman Stico requested data from Colonel Winquest regarding the number of accidents at the intersections where panhandlers or solicitors were involved. I just wondered, did you get that?
I don't think that was me. I think that might have been Councilman Lane.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I didn't get it.
Thank you. All right. So here we go again with this ordinance, this anti-panhandling ordinance disguised as a safety and health ordinance. And to those council members and to Mayor Fung who have used social media to discuss this ordinance, it should be noted that many of your constituents have reacted to your social media postings in favor of this ordinance, have clearly stated that they don't like seeing or hearing the panhandlers. Nothing to do with their safety concern. Many are unaware, many residents that spoke or have, you know, logged onto your social media are mostly unaware that aggressive panhandling is against the law. All aggressive panhandling should be reported to the police. By the way, and I've seen some of your social media accounts, and I have seen what has been said, and frankly, I find it very, very offensive. I've taught my children not to call people names, and they don't, and they're 14 and 18. They know better, and I would expect better from the council members. So aside from the social media calls, what I'd like to know, social media postings, what I'd like to know is how many calls did you receive? How many letters or emails have you received from your constituents regarding this ordinance? You are elected officials and representatives of your constituents. Social media comments do not show a full picture of where your constituents stand on this issue. Out-of-town people will be affected by this ordinance. This ordinance is not only going to affect Cranston residents, but anyone who drives through Cranston. If you pass this ordinance, Cranston will be further indebted to follow up and collect these fines. Have you considered how much this is going to cost us? Have you also considered what the default criteria will be? You mentioned last time, oh, if the roadway is 30 feet wide and privy to 2 lanes of traffic in each way, and it's above 25 miles an hour. Well, what if all of that is there except that the speed limit is not above 25 miles an hour? Have you figured that out yet? I'm just asking. You might not realize that there are now hundreds of residents involved in a new social action group, Cranston Action Network. And we are uniformly opposed to legislating hate and discrimination in this way. One thing is very clear, and we hope that you recognize this: the opposition to the positions taken by the new Trump administration that you see going on around the state, around the country, around the world, and are occurring right here in Cranston. I'll just get to the last part. So City Council members, please understand that there are more residents than ever watching you, and we're acting and we're advocating. Our state representatives know that we're watching them too, and we are looking to them to protect our rights, whether it be here in our city or in our country. The Cranston Action Network is growing in numbers daily. We are here to stay, and we will be watching and advocating for what is right here in Cranston. You have our word that moving forward, we will have a showing at City Council meetings. We will be watching and advocating at the state and national levels too. I urge you to vote no on this ordinance, and on behalf of the over 200 Cranston Action Network members, we also urge you to oppose this ordinance. And finally, I sure hope that you teach your children compassion and empathy towards those that are less fortunate. Remember, I said it the last time, not one of these folks standing out there exercising their right to free speech ever said, "Hey, when I grow up, I want to be a panhandler." Thank you.